Going to be a fun show. And this is fantastic. Now, between tonight and last night, it was interesting. Last night we had a necklace that was literally a representation or interpretation of one of Jay's very first pieces he ever did. And Jay, to me, this piece is another one of those looks that just remind you, if you've been doing this for a long time, of a very, very, I don't know, just coveted look in jewelry, especially turquoise, but it's actually so appropriate for today's woman, and I find that fascinating.
You know, I like this, and you know, just like the, you know, our caller said that you kind of like some of, when I go back to kind of like some of the ethnic looks and things, the natural. Now, you know, I just want to clear something up, kind of a misnomer. I don't know if you could go in tight on any of this right here. If you come in tight, I want to show you something. Okay, these are not chips. These are actually nugget veins. This is a vein.
Oh, cool.
And in the Tyrone Turquoise, which is very, very limited, very, very rare, it's mined in the USA. Okay, a chip is, when you have a chip, that is a byproduct of when you cut, right? A chip is something you're left over with when you're doing the cutting shop and you're cutting away or you're cobbing out. These are actually what we did. These are little spider vein nuggets, and all we did when they broke out. We have some pictures actually of this mine, and you could see a lot of it. Some of it's really solid and really big and really blue. This is more like the greeny or the teal blue, or there are some blues in it, but it's more like the tealy colors on this. These are all what they call the veins are called, they're spider veins, but they're called nugget flats. And that's what's kind of cool about this. I had a bunch of these smaller ones left over, and so I was kind of wondering, you know, what can I do with this? And if you look at this, and what I think that's really cool, you see it on Kate, how it wears, it goes all the way up around the neckline. So it graduates, but not that much, right? It's a solid, solid chunk of turquoise all the way up, and this is Tyrone. Comes from my stomping grounds, the state of New Mexico. Let's hear a little,
yay,
yeah, let's hear a little yay. Let's do a little wave there.
Okay,
I love. Okay, ready? You ready?
You start it, go.
Away. Hey.
Now I'm going back. So you're supposed to start it. You start it. Ready,
Okay,
go.
there you go.
Okay, New Mexico, we love it.
New Mexico, I do miss it. You know, I don't go back as much as I should. But what's cool about this, comes from New Mexico. One of the only, I mean, they have cereals, they have different things, but none of that's really active, never mind. This is not a turquoise that you find just everywhere. They do mine it still. It's owned by a friend of ours who's actually a mining engineer by trade. Him and his small daughter.
And a tobacco farmer on the side?
No, he's not. That's Malawi. But he's an engineer. It's amazing how many miners that I know that they have multiple hats that they wear, you know, right, as far as how they make a living. But this is so cool, so unique. It is a really cool stone. One of the cooler turquoises they have. And any American turquoise is to die for, right?
That's
Everybody
so
goes crazy for it. They have
because it's
come
so
off.
hard to find.
When I saw the price on this, I just went, wow.
Right.
And this is one of the very few times ever, okay, that you'll see. I've got a Tyrone Turquoise necklace, so it's not like I haven't ever done it, but this is one of the very few times that you'll ever see a necklace in Tyrone Turquoise, because the rough is so expensive, it's so limited, you just don't have the material. You know, like to make a necklace like this, if I had, let's say I had 1,000 pounds of this material, just like this. How many necklaces do you think I could make?
1,000 pounds?
And I had 1,000 pounds.
And you're doing the same design?
I'm doing the same design. How many necklaces do you think I could make?
50.
Right up there, 50, 55, 55, 75. Really?
Really?
Yeah, because
wow,
yeah, anytime you cut, you would think, when I tell people I have 1,000 pounds, they go, oh my gosh, 1,000 pounds. Now, 1,000 pounds, you can cut a lot of cabochons. Don't get me wrong, if it's big enough, thick enough, has the right characteristics. But it takes so much turquoise just to make one of these. So, I mean, anytime you're cutting a necklace, especially if you're cutting beads, you know, you might get a squeeze out a few more, because on this one, we just took the nugget flats and we just edge ground them. We tried to leave them as natural as possible. And then you can see the nuggets, the smaller nuggets in between the large nuggets, but they're not chips. These are all actually natural nuggets. And this is an American turquoise. It's very, very limited. I would say it's rare. It only comes from that one deposit. And nobody else, there's only one person that has a claim on it. And there's, you know, really only one commercially active turquoise mine that's still active in America that I'm aware of. And this is the kind of stuff where there's 2 or 3 of these kind of mines that just produce small quantities.
Okay, so I'm gonna do what I call one of his wife move, one of her moves. I gotta show you guys this too, because this combination is amazing. First off, I want you to see the chain I did. This we featured yesterday, very, very popular. I've got a handful left. It's totally adjustable, which is cool. And that's why I could do this look, okay? Then the next, this is what I call the Sheila move. That's his wife. The next one is what you're looking at right now. This is unbelievable at $99. And when it's around your neck and when you're wearing it with a white shirt or a t-shirt or whatever, it just pops. Then I want you to see this. This is coming up, and that I'm going to guarantee you will sell out. That's Tyrone too, right?
That's Tyrone.
Look
very
at
limited.
the 3 of these together.
If you
wow.
even just did the Tyrone and the Tyrone,
let me pop this
would
off.
be a killer.
Look at that.
Killer
All right,
look.
so we're gonna wrap it up. There we go. We'll show you that. We're gonna get to that a little bit later. We'll bring this back in. Several hundred now ordered. And again, that's just one that's a wow piece. You know, you'll just wear it and oh my, I can't wait for you to put it on and just